Nova here. I'm so excited to see you again this week. Kayla and I enjoyed looking at all the pictures that you shared of you learning more about outer space using a computer. Was there anything you found interesting that you didn't know? I can't believe it's already our last week of Space Explorers. I hope you've learned as much as I have. I can't wait to see all the creative ways you come up with to share what you've learned about outer space with others. Are you ready to get started? Here we go!
Hey Brownies, welcome back to the last session of our Space Explorers series. After you finish today's session, stop by your local shop to purchase your super cool Space Science Adventurer badge to show off all of your hard work. My name's Kayla Roloffs, and I am with Girl Scouts of Minnesota and Wisconsin Lakes and Pines. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined us again last week. Nova and I had so much fun seeing what everyone was able to discover. Thanks to Tegan and Troop 70207 in Medford, Maryland, Madeline and Troop 60299 in Lansing, Illinois, and Genevicia from Troop 71804, and everyone else who stopped by to say hi. Before we get started, let's do the Girl Scout Promise and Law. If everyone could raise their right hand in the air, we'll get started.
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
We have spent a lot of time learning about space over the last few weeks. To celebrate all of our hard work and to show off what we've learned, we're going to throw our own space party. So you get to decide the materials that you'll need for this project. You're going to do whatever sounds fun to you.
We've learned so much about outer space over the past few weeks. If you still have all of your projects, it might help to pull them out so you can decide which ones you want to create new activities with. Whether or not you enjoyed looking at the moon, learning about the planets, or planning your own constellation, think of all the creative ways you can share the information you've learned with others.
So let's get creative. Do you want to make an outer space drawing? Or you could go outside and look at the stars. Maybe you want to make a fun outer space themed snack. Invite anyone else in your house to join in and teach them something that you learned. You can also share with your Girl Scout sisters on our Facebook page so that everyone can see.
Have you thought about what you want to do for your space party? If you really liked the constellations, maybe you want to create them using toothpicks, mini marshmallows, and chocolate chips. You can use one of the handouts from our previous session. That'd be a yummy treat. When we learned about the planets, we learned about the different features of them, from rings to colors. Do you think you could create a costume of your favorite planet? In one of our first weeks, we looked at the different phases of the moon and learned about why it's so important as a part of our solar system. How can you share what you know about the moon? Are you ready to see what Kayla did?
All right, for my last activity, I decided to use the moon sand that I had used and turned it into a recreation of the moon landing. I made a little spaceship and a little astronaut and put the flag in the moon as well. I can't wait to see what you girls come up with.
Wasn't it cool to see Kayla's diagram of the moon landing? For her example, she made something called moon sand. If you want to make moon sand, here's the recipe of the ingredients you'll need to gather, and then Kayla will walk you through it. If you need some time to gather your ingredients, go ahead and pause the video and then start it back up again if you're ready to make moon sand with Kayla.
This recipe calls for 8 cups of flour to every 1 cup of oil. That makes a lot of sand, so feel free to scale back however works best for you.
To scale the recipe, we're going to reduce the flour and oil in equal parts. So to cut your recipe in half, you would use 4 cups of flour and a half a cup of oil. To cut it into fourths, you'd use 2 cups of flour and 1/4 cup oil.
For my recipe, I cut it in half and decided to use 4 cups of flour and a half a cup of grapeseed oil. You can use whatever oil you have on hand. I just chose grapeseed oil because I have that at home. I hear that baby oil makes it the softest, but you can do whatever works best for you. So we're going to pour the flour into, I just used a baking dish. I think it's the easiest to play that way, but use whatever you have. And then we're going to add our oil. If you're going to use food coloring, you can add that in right now. Once you're done with putting your ingredients in the dish, you are going to mix them up until all of the oil is mixed in. And once you're done with your party, check out some of the projects from your Brownie sisters. See if anything that they tried is something that you'd want to try, and then share your results.
I'm so excited to see all the creative ways you girls came up with to share your knowledge of outer space. Kayla and I would really like it if you'd share it with us and with each other. Then it feels like we're having one big space party together.
Thanks again to everyone who joined us on our journey to become space explorers. Nova and I hope that you had fun. If you're looking for more science activities, join us next week as we start our investigation series, where you get to learn about your 5 senses and how you can use them to explore the world around you.
I hope you had fun exploring outer space with Kayla and I. I really enjoyed meeting all of you and seeing all of your creative projects as we learned more about our solar system. I hope you join Kayla and my friend Willow as you start your Investigation Awaits series next week. Thanks again, girls, and I hope to see you soon. Nova out!